Good evening and welcome to Collectables. My name is Liam, and in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at the following. Wow, what a great set. Fair dues, I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. I'm personally a fan of the Hogwarts Express, always have been in every single movie it's in within Harry Potter. So really looking forward to diving into this. And not only that, but the first time we've actually seen the Hogsmeade Station actually feature in a Lego set. So that's actually pretty cool. So we'll start this review by taking a look at the box. So in terms of the design, it's a really nice design. You know, you've got the station there in the background with the train. In the distance, you've got the castle, because obviously this is a station that's not 9 and 3/4. So it's nice to have that change instead of it always being platform 9 and 3/4. We've got a lot of minifigures as well with this set, which is really good to see, and we'll dive into all of them very shortly. In terms of the designs, we've got the Harry Potter Lego, and you said Lego Star Wars then, Lego Harry Potter logo in the top left corner there with ages 8+, and as usual, ages don't matter on Lego, they just don't. And when we've got Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station. There we've got the station building with the platform. We've got Hogwarts Express itself. We've got an extra sign here which we'll look at shortly. And on the bottom left we've got the minifigures. So in terms of minifigures, we're going to read them all out now, so bear with me. So we have got, it's too far away, I can't read it. We've got Hagrid, we've got the train conductor, we've got the trolley witch, we've got Harry Potter, Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley. We've also got Lee Jordan and Draco Malfoy. So we've got quite a lot of minifigures there. So we've got 8 minifigures in total, which is brilliant. And then on the right hand side, you've got obviously the 3 of them in the kind of graphic there. And then the castle in the background I mentioned, and the Wizarding World logo in the top right. In terms of the edge of the box, so you can see all the different minifigures that are shown off along the edge of the box there, which is quite good. On this side, not a great deal, just essentially the image of the set with the Lego Harry Potter logo. On this side, again, just some details there, nothing really to worry too much about. And then on the bottom side, you've got the barcode, some more of the legal details. And on the back, careful, on the back, we've got a breakdown of how many features are actually included in the set, and there's quite a few to go through as we'll dive into the set shortly. So in the bottom left to start with, we've got the dimensions of the train itself from the beginning, from the front to the rear, which is 59 centimeters or 23 inches, depending on which one you prefer to use. Just while we're on that point, since the set's released, you can actually buy, there's various people selling on eBay where you can buy an extra carriage or 2, so you can make your Hogwarts Express even longer if you wanted to. You can also motorise the Hogwarts Express itself. This one isn't. Not a bad thing, depends what you want. It does include the piece of track it's sitting on, so we'll look at that shortly. But yeah, you can buy more carriages, so that's pretty good. In the top left, it shows you the actual 2 carriages that are included and the detail within, including the minifigures that are sat where. The next 2 screenshots are of the station building itself, so including showing the toilet there, the owl on the right there, a frog on the desk, and a few other little details, including some posters on the wall. So that's quite nice. And then the bottom right, you've got some more of the detail of the actual station, as well as like the trolley witch. Bit rude, isn't it? Trolley witch, and she's got some more signage there, and then another view of the train itself. And in the top left corner, we've got the Lego logo with the set number, which I didn't mention earlier, which was set number 76423. So that's it for the box. What we'll do next is we'll take a look at the actual station, Hogsmeade Station. And there's the station. Nice little station, and all the minifigures as well. There's 2 more on the train as well, so I'll show you them as well shortly. On the track itself, you get this included. Obviously, if you wanted a loop or something like that, then one, you can motorise your Hogwarts Express. But as this isn't motorised, it doesn't need a loop because there's no point of it. So you get this track included. It has got a little bit of detail in terms of like little grass and little weeds on it, including 2 smooth pieces at the end for joining it onto the rails. And then you've got the platform itself with a little lamppost on your right hand side. And we've got a sign there which is Hogsmeade and Hogwarts, pointing in either directions. Before we look at the actual building, we've got the little Hogsmeade Station on the far left with a little bit of flowers around it, which is really nice details. With those little details continue straight to the roof with more kind of ivy, sort of moss growing on the roof, with little chimney stacks and little brick details around it, which look really good in this kind of tan kind of brick colour. Little lights around the station. You can get a light kit for this, so you can light the station up if you wanted to. What else? Got a lot of red doors and some detail on the wall with the actual clock and timetable. There's a few stickers dotted around, but they all help towards detail. And a few more plant pots on the far right there. And a little fence as well. So pretty nice station if you wanted to. Not that you wouldn't need to, but you could. You could extend this. It's fairly straightforward to extend this platform. Nothing too complicated about it, so that's an option. But that's not it. We'll get to minifigures in a second. But we have got, I'll just unclip it a second. So just 2 studs. So there's 2 clips there. And we'll just go ahead and turn that around. And it reveals more detail inside Hogsmeade itself. So we'll start off on the left. So on the left, we've got the toilet. Quite exciting. With a bit of water in the bottom as well. A little detail there. I'll show a close up of that and you can see that. Quite. The details there is really good. With some posters on the wall. Sort of more detail. With the window. Moving along to the right, on the left hand side, we've got a picture of the UK. Below that, we've got a fireplace with a bit of fire, which is some really nice detail with kind of a little brown frog on it. And we kind of got the, I was going to say receptionist, but kind of the lobby of the station itself, with a little pen, little feather pen on the desk with some letters, which is really nice. And telephone and more detail. Like a kind of clock and kind of a little bit of bookshelf sort of thing on the back. Moving further along, we've got an owl looking out the window currently, with more detail on the wall. Again, more stickers. We've got some letters. Again, more stickers on the wall with showing little slots for letters to go in. And that's about it for the interior, but it's a really nice interior. Lots of minifigures you could pop in there. Yeah, you could literally, you could stack them all up, queuing up if you wanted to. Lots of potential. Obviously the doors do open to the platform, likewise to the windows as well. As mentioned, you can get a light kit for this as well, so that'll make it look even better. Turning around, it's not particularly heavy and not a complicated build either, quite straightforward, but some really nice detail used to kind of create these little ledges, and the brick detail to the chimney is really nice. So that's that. In terms of minifigures, no particular order. We'll come back to the minifigures in a second, because what we'll do is, next up, we'll take a look at Hogwarts Express itself, and when we do that, we'll take a look at the minifigures. And there's your Hogwarts Express. This model looks absolutely brilliant. I really do like this model. Many years ago, I want to say around 2002, somewhere around there, they released, it was basically the front section of the steam engine with 1 carriage and a small part of 9 3/4. Quite a basic model, but I love that set. And then obviously they got better over the years, as in 1 carriage. I think this is personally the best Hogwarts Express so far. And the reason I tell you that is because 1, it's got 2 carriages, so it looks a bit more uniform. And there is no 2, it's just brilliant. I think the train's spot on. I think the detail's just about right, the scale's just about right. The UCS one that was made not so long ago, really nice detail on that, but although it is to scale, so you know I'm a big fan of UCS sets being to scale with minifigures, unless they're like massive Star Destroyers or whatever it is from Star Wars, etc. But in terms of this, the UCS set or a UCS version of this Hogwarts Express, only had one carriage. That I didn't like that for starters, and the scale wasn't quite on the track. So yeah, not personally a fan of that one, but I think this is brilliant, and this scales well with other trains you might have in your collection and other buildings. So that's a consideration. What we'll do is before we dive into the train, we'll have a look at the minifigures, and then what we'll do is we'll start to situate those minifigures around the train in situ. Okay, so in no particular order, right at the front here, this guy hanging out, he's the train conductor. So let's just unclip him from the handrail. So not too much going on, quite a straightforward outfit, kind of a uniform sort of thing for train conductor with a beard and his hat and a bit of printing on the back of his torso as well, and just the one facial expression on the one side. So I'll leave him where he is. What I'll do is I'll just clip him there in the tender. So that's the conductor at the back of the train. Just while we're on the train, just going to grab her. This is known as the trolley witch. So she has the two-sided expression as well. So one side she's smiling, on the other side she's not smiling. She's like pulling her face. A bit rude. It's got a nice contrasting kind of outfit there, like a waistcoat sort of thing, so it looks really nice, and it's double-sided print as well, with her collar slightly printed on the rear of the figure. So really nice figure there. I'll just pop her back on the train just so I don't forget about her until later. That's her. In terms of actually people boarding the train, we'll start no particular order. We've got Draco Malfoy, so I'll pop him as we go through him. We've got Draco Malfoy, which has got dual-sided torso printing with his wand and a two-sided expression. One side he's just kind of neutral, kind of just normal expression. On the rear he's pulling her face. So that's Draco Malfoy. What I'll do, actually confuse myself now, I'll just pop the minifigures at the front there, just so you can see who we're talking to and I don't get confused. More the latter. Next one, we'll take a look at, hang on, just knock something off. Sorry, Lee Jordan is the next minifigure to take a look at. So he's got dual-sided printing as well, and dual-side facial expression as well. One way is a little sad and the other side is just a normal expression, and of course his wand. It's another great minifigure. Next one, we've got Hermione Granger, who's currently holding a frog, and quite new for Lego. They've got like a little skirt piece, which I thought was a really nice detail. And as usual, we've got the dual-sided torso printing and dual-sided facial expression. One where she's just smiling, the other one where she's not smiling. You can kind of see where this is going, can't you? So I'll just pop her there. Next we've got Ron Weasley holding, I believe it's a sweet from the train. Dual-sided print, dual-sided face, dual-sided torso. One way smiling, one way is kind of not so happy. Let's pop in there. Let's pop in there. Let's pop in there. Because the legs are one piece, you can't tilt them back to balance them, so I'm just going to put him next to a sweet. Next we've got, I'm not sure if you've heard of him, his name is Hyper. Dual-sided moulding on torso, printing, sorry, and dual-sided expression. One with his mouth open, one with it not, and of course his wand. And finally, last but certainly not least, we've got Hagrid. Amazing minifigure. Obviously a lot taller to the others, but really, really good scale in there. One-sided facial expression, which is just a kind of his usual expression, and some really nice printing there on the torso. So that's absolutely brilliant. Hagrid is also holding a picture, which he threw on the floor, a bit rude, of Harry's mum and dad. So let's put that there. So there's your minifigures. So what we'll do now is we're going to start to situate them in the train next to the broken lamppost. So we'll start from the front of the train and we'll move our way back. So we've got the conductor who's driving it, obviously. Clip him onto the handrail on this occasion. So he looks quite good there, just popping his head out. So we'll jump straight to the back of the train. I just contradicted myself, I just said before. And we'll put the, keep getting her name. We'll put the trolley witch at the rear with her trolley, just so it's ready to go shortly. And what we'll do, so basically, you can remove the roof of both carriages. So just pop them off for now and pop them into the side. And you can also take off the side as well to make it a bit clearer. So now it's a bit clearer to see what's going on. We've got two seats looking at each other, same again. And then right at the back is a little trolley, which there's a lot of detail going on here. So we'll do a close-up of that in a second. I'll just put her holding the trolley. And the amount of detail in that trolley is brilliant. There's all sorts of sweets, all sorts of things shown in the movie, so it's absolutely brilliant. There is a little space for that right at the back. So that goes at an angle. There's a few different ways you can put it, but the actual method I will be using is not that one. Oh yes, of course, that's right. Basically, there's a little section at the back which you can put it on, and you can store it however you choose. It just depends how you have the sweets arranged, because that's a personal preference if you don't want to follow the instructions, like it's not like how it happened here. So I'll leave her just there for now. So she's right at the back. Hagrid doesn't guard the train, so we'll leave him on the platform with his picture. Harry, what we'll do is we'll put Harry here with Ron and Ron's suite. We'll put Hermione with her frog behind, and we'll put her opposite Lee. And then in a separate carriage on his own, we'll put Draco Malfoy. So, still another seat there if you wanted it for anything. But yeah, plenty of space. You could, there is little sections in between the train for luggage and things like that. So you could put that there as well, which is quite good. And then simply pop the sides back on like that on both carriages. And then just pop the roofs back on. Say it again, roofs, the roof. Back on both carriages. These carriages are detachable if you want to. There's like a Technic pin that's just clipping them together. So they can just unclip. And that's all it is. It's just a little Technic pin. So yeah, you've got your carriage there. In terms of the carriages, while we're on this, in terms of detail, they're both the same. Both very similar indeed. You've got the Hogwarts kind of logo right in the centre there, well, Hogwarts Express logo rather, with the carriage number, which in this occasion is 76423, and this carriage is 99721. So that's that, and then quite simply just line them up and then clip them back together. It might be easier to do one first. And then just clips like that. Likewise with the train, I will do that because I want to show you some detail on the back of the train. Just unclips like that. Just push them back slightly. And I'll just put the connector. So here's the train, absolutely the best bit in my view. So I'll leave the tender connected because usually you don't disconnect the tender. So the tender is what holds the coal. So on the side of the Hogwarts Express itself, you've got the Hogwarts Express logo on the tender. You've then further down the line over the wheel arch with Hogwarts Castle. Sorry, you've got the train number, which is 5972. Right on the front, you've got Hogwarts Express, and inside there is a little bit of detail. You can just about see that. A little bit of detail to control the steam engine itself. And then right at the back, you've got space for some tools, like a shovel, things like that. And as mentioned, you can motorise this if you wanted to. So that's an option. And this would easily go around most layouts. If you if you've got a complex Lego layout, then there should be no issues at all compared to the UCS one I mentioned earlier, where it wouldn't quite go around the track easy. And then you've got your nice detail right at the front there for those buffers, and the details along the funnels, steam whistle, etc. along the top of the steam train. So brilliant. I do remember, again, you may not know this one. Just go back up there, I'm not sure where he's off to. Back when I had the original Hogwarts Express from around 2002, as mentioned, they used to have a little lift up hatch here, which you could put a green frog in. Just a little fun feature. But yeah, this one doesn't have that feature because it doesn't need it. But yeah, because this has got the tender, let's put it on the track correctly, because it's got the tender and it's got 2 carriages, it's absolutely brilliant. Just clip that back on there because they seem to be pulling it apart in front of you. How rude of me. There we go. To be fair, there's another feature that I haven't shown you, which is why it's struggling to go back on the track. So on this front section, at the moment, you can just about see that this rotates if it was on a track around a layout, etc. If you just have it on display, you can actually just clip it straight onto the front, like that. So now, I put it on the track, straight on, because the wheels are kind of fixed in one direction because they're not going around. These are like bogies is what they're called in steam train terms, or any train terms where you've got sets of wheels. And steam engines have different classes as well. So in this example, it is a 460. 460. 460 is the correct abbreviation for the steam train. So if you search 460 steam train into Google, you would come back with a steam train that looks like this, which has got 3 driving wheels, 2 wheels at the front from the side view. This is, I know all the other side is exactly the same. Tender's not included in that class, it's not part of the equation. But just an interesting fun fact for you there. And that's the train. So what we'll do is we'll clip it back together. Yeah, I think this is an amazing set to display. It's actually the steam train's leaving without the carriages at this rate. There we go. And there's your Hogwarts Express. I think this is an absolutely brilliant set, and if you're a big fan of trains or a big fan of Lego trains and a big fan of Harry Potter, it doesn't have to be all 3 of them. Yeah, it can be just some of them. I think this is a great set to pick up. It's only come out quite recently, so it's going to be around for a few years yet. But definitely worth picking up. Is it worth picking up over the UCS one? In my opinion, yes, pick this one up instead of that one. But if you like both, then pick up both if you can. Choice is yours. Some great minifigures included in this. More to add to your collection. And as mentioned, you can get more carriages if needed, or you can expand your train layout, more track, etc. And again, a great station because you don't usually get that very often. We just get Hogwarts. No, we don't. Sorry, we just get platform 9 3/4. So it's nice to see that we've got Hogsmeade for a change. So I think it's really good as well. That's about it for this review on the Lego Hogwarts Express. But there's one more thing to mention. The fact that you can buy, obviously you've got the train. Now in the scene, in the film, you have also got the Ford Anglia. Now this is a separate set, which is we're not going to discuss in this review. I have done a separate video on this, and when that video is available, it'll be linked in the video description. And this one's set number 76424. So you can obviously create the scene from Chamber of the Secrets again. So yeah, in my view, if you're buying this set, buy this one. Really nice addition to it. You do get obviously too many figures are in this one as well, but it's not the end of the world, is it? You can soon decide which ones you want to use, or what year you're trying to create in Hogwarts, because obviously the minifigures in the Ford Anglia are different, because I believe this one is based on the early films. So yeah, definitely pick that up. This is a separate review, so you want to see more of this, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, separate video, check it out. But in terms of, it was all nearly in pieces then. In terms of Hogwarts, that is about it for this review. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, then please make sure you hit the like button down below. If you've got any questions about this set, any other LEGO Harry Potter sets, or that Ford Anglia I just showed you, then do let me know in those comments down below. As always, you can check out our socials. They're also linked in the video description. And yeah, in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. See ya.